Hey, what's up guys, it's Jack here with Tabular, and welcome to another opening of a Karlov Manor Commander deck. This is 3 of 4. Today we have the Revenant Recon. So again, we're opening these up slightly early. These are coming out at the end of the week, and yeah. Just taking a quick peek at what all the goodies are inside each of these, and there's a decent amount of reprint value, so pretty pumped for this. If you haven't checked out yesterday's or the day before's, we did the Deep Sea Clue first with Morska, Undersea Sleuth, who is a fish detective, not a merfolk. And then on the second day, we had Cost Eyes of the Glade. This was the Deadly Disguise Precon. So if you haven't seen those already, go check those out. Should be up on the channel already. And yeah, let's take a quick look at the value inside. So here we have the Revenant Recon. Again, this is MTG Goldfish. They do a really good job of compiling these lists ahead of time. So taking a look at what we have here, this is $112. This is one of the more valuable ones in terms of card value. Not the most, but definitely up there. There's a lot of really good reanimate spells in here, and super solid Dimir staples like Phyrexian Metamorph, and things like the Doom Whisperer here. Yeah, and then the big money here, though, is in the reanimate spells. So we have Rise of the Dark Realms, which reanimates everything. Crazy card, but costs a lot of mana too. We also have the reanimate spell, which is the classic, as well as the Toxic Deluge there. So lots of really good stuff here. And we also have Animate Dead and Necromancy as enchantments. So lots of really good stuff here in this deck. All right, so enough of the values. Let's take a look at the deck itself here. I'm gonna get this opened up, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. Let's take a look at the cardboard cutout here. So we have Case Solved, which is the new Cases enchantment saga mechanic thing. And then we also have all of these +1 counters. Let's take a look at the booklet. So I don't know if any of you have been solving the mystery here with all of the decoders and stuff, but let's take a quick look. Mirko, Obsessive Theorist. House Dimir, high ranking member. All right, let's take a look at the back here. So we got Revenant Recon, the exciting Dimir deck that makes everything rise from the graveyard. And then we have all of this. So yeah, if you've been following along at all, you can go to this website and then decode some stuff. So this is a third decoder ring that we've had. So tomorrow we'll have the fourth one, and you should have everything you need, at least from the commander decks. All right, so next up we have our deck box here with Mirko as the art. And in case you didn't know, hidden inside these little deck boxes is a life wheel. These are the very generic versions, so nothing too fancy here, but at least you have a life wheel in case you want to use this instead of the dice. But yeah, that's your standard life wheel. All right, so we're gonna put that to the side. Let's take a quick look at the next thing here, which is the Collector Booster Sample Pack. This is my favorite part of these. So there's at least a chance at a very exciting card. We haven't gotten anything good out of these yet, but let's see. It's another rare. It's an Axe Bang Ferox, Death Touch Haste Ward. You have to collect evidence for to target it. And then we have a Dramatic Accusation. Nice. Yeah, the first two are the same, so this is the only different one I have so far. And yeah, it's good to get another foil showcase from this set. And then let's open this up and start taking a look at all the cards inside. So one thing that I've learned from folks telling me from watching my videos is that you can just rub this. So there's this part on the back where you just use your friction from your finger to rub, and then it rubs open, and then you can just tear it like that. And then that is actually a lot easier to tear than using a pair of scissors, supposedly. Not having a ton of luck here, but yeah, I guess you don't have to have scissors to cut open one of these. All right, let's take a quick look at the foil etched thick stock here. Mirko, Obsessive Theorist. There is the thick stock card. And then let's just take a quick gander at everything here. We have Mirko, and then the other possible commander you have here is Marvo, Deep Operative, which has the Clash mechanic. Nice. And then when you win a Clash, you can draw a card. Yeah, Clash is a really fun mechanic. It's almost like War from, you know, when you were a kid and you were playing with cards and trying to see who has a higher number, except for it's based on mana value instead of the number there. So fun little mini game inside of a game if you decide to play a deck full of high mana cards for Clash. Let's take a look at what else we have in here. From Tenier. Ooh, another mythic here with Dream Eater. Nice. Alright, and then we get to our first money card, the Phyrexian Metamorph. Very nice. We're going to take this out. It's definitely going into a deck. Not sure exactly which deck it is, but it might be one of the token generator decks that I have. Ooh, and there is a Doom Whisperer. Pay 2 life to surveil 2. Nice. That to the side as well. Massacre Worm. Ooh, Phyrexian Arena. Beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So for that extra card draw, very, very important. There's the Reanimate, one of the classic animation spells. Yep, target creature from graveyard under your control for just 1 single mana. Rise from the Dark Realms, put everything onto the battlefield under your control. Gotta love that card. And then Toxic Deluge, you kill everything. So you kill everything and then you bring everything back. It's enough to drive all of your opponents crazy. Sure Death. Ooh. Then we have some of these fancier Dimir lands. Nice, nice. Before we dive into the commons and uncommons here, consider Curate. Nice. Yeah, so this is, I think, one of my favorite decks just because they give you a plethora of these reanimation spells and animate dead, right? So like you can really do a lot. Ooh, there is Necro. Okay, this card has more text than any other card I've seen. Look how small that text is. Literally need a magnifying glass to read it. It's the only thing I don't like about Necromancy, but yep. All right, moving on. I think this is one of the better decks. It's definitely one of the more fun decks because you actually want things to die, you want things to be discarded into your graveyard, and then you want to kill everything your opponents have as well, and then make them all yours. So really like the direction of this deck. I really like how many reanimation spells it gives you out of the box, so you don't have to go and buy them all yourself. So I think out of the box, this is actually one of the better decks, and I really appreciate that. And now we're getting into the lands, which are less exciting, but at least you have Reliquary Tower, Thought Vessel, Rogue's Passage, so a lot of the very key cards here. And we get to all of the same island. Ooh, no, there's 2 different arts for islands here. So these are just the Markov or the Karlov Manor lands, the non-full art ones, and then we get into the tokens. So we have copy here, 4 of these, and then they're all zombies. Interesting. So I guess this deck has a lot of zombies. And then we have 4 Salamander Warriors. Nice. So very, very straightforward. And then more zombies. Let's see what else here. A couple cards need the City's Blessing and more zombies. Okay, so there are tons of zombies. Token creature, zombie, shapeshifter, cleric, Zero of Many Faces. And then, of course, another zombie. And then the cards that teach you how to play the game. Alright, so that is it for our deck here featuring Mirko, the Obsessive Theorist. This is the Revenant Recon deck. I do like so far how all 3 themes are so vastly different from each other, right? We have the Disguise mechanic, which has Disguise and Morph and Manifest all in the same deck. We now have one that's all about reanimating the dead. And then on the first day with Deep Clue Sea, it was all about clues. So tomorrow's is all about goading. Surprise, surprise, that's the one deck I'm going to keep because I have a very passive play group that don't like to attack each other, even though when they have a ton of monsters out, they're all politicking, and yes, I will use that deck to destroy them all. All right, anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for the last opening.